So today we are here all barefaced and all. I'm going to show you my full coverage foundation. At the moment my skin is terrible. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, so I get really bad hormonal breakouts, as you can see right here. It's beautiful, isn't it? And I also have rosacea. And I was blessed with a lot of freckles, as you can see. So I always get told by people, your makeup always looks flawless. How do you do it? How do you achieve that flawless look? And when I have no makeup on, people say to me, oh, you have freckles? And that's because I wear full coverage foundation all the time and I like to hide my freckles. I've seen a ton of videos lately where people are rocking fake freckles, but I'm going to show you how I hide my freckles and my imperfections, so we'll get straight into it. First off, I have moisturized my face already. I use this moisturizer here by Clinique. This is their dramatically different moisturizing lotion. This one is for very dry to dry combination skin, which I have. I tend to gather a lot of oil in my T-zone and on my chin, but then I get really dry as well, which is a really hard skin type to treat because you suffer from oily and dry skin. So usually when things are for oily skin, they tend to dry your skin out, so it's really hard for me to find products that work, whereas I have found that this really works and it doesn't break me out or anything like that, so I just tend to stick to the same moisturizer. Next off, I'm going to prime my face, and today I'm using the Nude by Nature. This is their Undercover Airbrush Mineral Primer. I'm just going to put that around the border of my face and on my chin, and I'm going to use the Benefit Professional on my nose just to fill in those enlarged pores on my nose area. And next I'm going to go in with my Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is in the colour 120 or True Ivory. I have been really loving this foundation. I find that it's really full coverage. It hides all of my imperfections with one layer. Sometimes I'll go over twice over my chin area, and it doesn't break me out. It doesn't separate on my face or go oily. It lasts all day and I just absolutely love this. It's about $26 or $29 and it's well worth the money. So I'm going to put that all over my face, and I'm just using a beauty sponge to do this. This one's by Chi.
So all I'm doing here is just taking some product on my sponge and doing tapping motions all over my face with sponge to really blend that product into my face. And you just want to make sure there's an even coverage all over the face, and just blend till it looks flawless.
So that's one layer, so I may go in with a second layer just on my chin area. As you can see, some of those reddened areas are still showing through, as well as some of my freckles. So sometimes I just take a little bit more and take it down on my chin and just across my nose and to about here on my face, just to further hide those freckles and redness on my chin area. As you can see, everything is basically hidden. Like, the difference is unreal, so you can't see anything. This foundation is just absolutely amazing. I've had Double Wear by Estee Lauder before, and I prefer this more. This doesn't go cakey. I found Double Wear by Estee Lauder went really cakey, whereas this doesn't. So if you're wanting high coverage but doesn't go cakey or bunch up in certain areas on your face, this is where it's at. This Matte and Poreless by Maybelline is just life. It's just amazing. I love it. So next up, I'm going to conceal. So even though most things on my face are hidden right now, you can still see that some of the dark circles under my eyes are showing through. So I like to just go in with a bit of concealer and brighten things up as well. I'm going to use the Masked Conceal by Maybelline to do that, and I'm just going to put that under my eyes. This is in the colour Fair. So this is a yellow toned concealer, and this just works really well at hiding those under eye circles. Yellow cancels out purple, and it also brightens up the area. So I'm just going to go in with that. So I just pat that under my eyes and go in a little bit of a triangle shape. And with any excess, I put it on my nose, down the bridge of my nose like this, on my forehead to brighten it up, and a little bit on my chin and Cupid's bow. So basically this is just going on all the high points of my face, just to brighten things up and further conceal some of these issue areas that I have. And just blending, blending, blending. That is the concealer done. The next thing we are going to do is bake, baby. So I like to bake my concealer because I have a real problem with concealer creasing under my eyes. So I use this powder here, which is the Coty Airspun translucent extra coverage, and what I do is take my beauty sponge, take a whole lot of product onto the sponge and dab this under my eyes and leave it there for a little bit. What that's going to do is your body heat is going to warm that bake up, and it's really going to amalgamate with that concealer, your foundation, and just make it stick to your face a lot longer, and it doesn't crease. I find this is an awesome method. Also what I do is I bake my chin. So as you saw before, I have quite bad breakouts on my chin at the moment. This powder here is awesome because it's just got that little bit of extra coverage, so I like to leave it on there for a little bit, and it just sets everything in place and stops anything from budging. So I'm just going to do that now. I don't know if I can show you. So what I do is I take the flat side of my beauty sponge, dip it in the product, and kind of pat that all under my eye like that, and I just leave it there for a little bit. Usually what I would do is my eye makeup while I'm baking, but I'm not going to do that right now. And I put a bit on my chin, and then with the excess that's left on my sponge, I go around my whole face and set the rest of my face.
Time to bake our concealer, and while we're at it, we're gonna have a dance.
Oh, I'm back. We've finished baking. So once this has all baked and set in place, I take my Hourglass Ambient Light powder and I just run my brush right through the whole thing, and just to kick off that bake. And I put a little bit on my eyelids to set my eyelids as well and stop those from creasing. And because I don't want to add anything shimmery or anything like that to my chin, I just take another brush and just kick off that bake on my chin just with a bare brush, because you don't want to add anything that's got any shimmer to imperfections on your face, because it's going to further enhance them and bring them out. So you really want those to be matte. So that is the foundation. You can see there is no imperfections coming through. It's amazing. So the next thing I'm just going to put on the rest of my face, and I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm going to do that now. And we're back, and this is the finished product. As you can see, my foundation is flawless, the base is flawless, and it looks amazing. So this is how I achieve a flawless look and hide all my imperfections, freckles, acne, all of those. It's all gone, and I look like I have a clean canvas on my face. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and it gave you a little bit of an insight to what I use to hide everything, and I hope it helped you out. If you like this video, please remember to thumbs up, subscribe, and I hope you all have a really good afternoon, and I'll see you later. Mwah.